Welcome back students to our geometry class. Chapter 3 Circle, practice set 3.3. Before we begin with practice set 3.3, we will revise, or you need to read this on page number 63. Remember this. Okay, in this all the properties what we have studied, okay, about the congruent arcs, the central angle, and the sum property. Okay, everything is written here. There are 6 points in remember this on page number 63 which you need to revise and learn before we started practice set 3.3. Okay, now the first sum in practice set 3.3. They have given a figure with a circle. The center of the circle is C. Point G, D, E, F are concyclic points of a circle with center C. Now what are concyclic points? Concyclic points are the points which lie on the same circle. Okay, so here you will see that point G, point D, point E and point F, they are all the points lying on the same circle, okay, with center C. Angle ECF, okay, is 70 degree. So we can show here in the figure angle ECF is 70 degree. Clear? Measure arc DGF. Measure arc DGF. This arc is given. That is 200 degrees. Okay. We have to find the measure of arc DE and measure of arc DEF. So we will solve this sum now. Okay. Now, as we saw in the sum that measure angle ECF is given as 70 degree. Okay. Now, we have studied in the definition of minor arc, that is the measure of the central angle is equal to the measure of the minor arc. So, if the central angle here ECF is 70 degree, then its minor arc is measure arc EF. So, if ECF is 70, EF arc is also 70 degree. So, we will mention that first. So, we will write here measure arc EF is equal to measure angle ECF. Okay, and the reason what we will write is definition of minor arc. So you need not write the full statement. Clear? Now, we know that measure angle ECF is equal to 70 degree. It is given. Therefore, measure arc EF also is 70 degree. Okay. Now we have got EF as 70 degree. We have to find DE. Okay. Now we got EF as 70 degree and this measure arc DGF is given 200. So this is 200, this is 70. So we can find DE because the full circle arc is 360 and therefore if we minus all this remaining we will get DE. Okay. So by the arc addition property we will do this. Okay. So we need to write, we'll write measure arc DE plus measure arc EF plus measure arc DGF. Okay. Measure arc, I hope you can see the sum also here. Measure arc DE plus measure arc EF plus measure arc DGF, okay, is equal to 360 degree. The reason is measure of a circle is, they will write reason here, measure of a circle is 360 degree. Okay, out of this DGE is 200 and EF is 70. So therefore measure arc DE plus 70 degree plus 200 degree is equal to 360 degree. Therefore measure arc DE plus 270 is equal to 360. Now 270 we can shift on other side. So it is 360 minus 270. Therefore, measure arc DE is equal to 90 degree. Okay. So this is the first thing what we have to find. Now the second thing what we have to find here, if you see, is measure arc DEF. Now if you look at DEF, it is the addition of two arcs, that is arc DE and EF. And we have studied in the property of the sum of the arcs, that is we can add two arcs only when the common point should be only one. So in DE and EF there is only one common point, that is E. So we can add these two arcs. Okay. So we'll write therefore measure arc DEF is nothing but measure arc DE plus measure arc EF. Reason we can write here is arc addition property. Okay. Now out of this we know DE, that is we have found here 90, and EF, that is 70. By the definition of minor arc we have proved that the central angle is 70, so EF is also 70. That also we have mentioned here. Okay. So we will write DE as 90 degree and EF as 70 degree, which is equal to 160 degree. So measure arc DEF is 160 degree. Now final, the answer should be written together. Okay. So we have found here both. So you'll write therefore measure arc DE is equal to 90 degree and measure arc DEF is equal to 160 degree. Okay, this is our final statement. Now the second sum, the figure is given. The triangle which is there in the circle is an equilateral triangle. Okay, and we have to prove that arc RS, arc QS and arc QR, they are all congruent. And the second thing we have to find is measure arc QRS. So QRS, this arc is equal to 240 degrees. Now, if triangle QRS is an equilateral triangle, we know one property of an equilateral triangle, that is all the sides of an equilateral triangle are congruent. So in that case, segment QR congruent to segment QS congruent to segment RS. Okay, reason sides of equilateral triangle. Okay, now we have studied one property in the textbook, a theorem we have seen on the arc of a circle, that is on page number 61. Okay, on page number 61, it is two theorems are there. Out of that, the second one, corresponding arcs of congruent chords of a circle are congruent. Okay, so if the chords of the circle are congruent, then the corresponding arcs are also congruent. So in that case, if we see in this figure, here these chords, okay, the sides of a triangle are actually the chords of the circle. So chord QR congruent to chord QS congruent to chord RS, then the corresponding arcs are also congruent. Okay, so QR then arc QR is congruent to arc QS is congruent to arc RS. Clear? Therefore we write after this, straight away we can write, that is what is asked to prove, that is arc QR congruent to arc QS, I am writing it from here, congruent to arc RS. Okay, and the reason what we will write here is the statement just now what I showed you, that is corresponding arcs of congruent chords of a circle are congruent. Okay, the chords are congruent, therefore their corresponding arcs are also congruent. So this is the first thing. Now in the textbook they have mentioned that we have to prove the arcs, the names are written other way, that is RS congruent to QS congruent to QR. So RS is given first, then QS is given, and then QR is given. So it is one and the same. So if you want, you can just write therefore arc RS congruent to arc QS congruent to arc QR is proved. Okay, only thing is they have just interchanged. So this is the first thing what we have to prove. Now after this, the second thing what we have to prove is we have to find measure arc QRS. Now where is QRS? Okay, so this can be done by arc addition property, that is QR plus RS. But for that we need to find how much is QR and how much is RS. Okay. Now in this statement here we have seen that all the three arcs of the circle are congruent. So these three arcs, that is arc QR, arc RS and arc QS, they form a circle. Okay, and the measure of the total measure of this will be 360. Okay, because measure of a circle is 360. So when we add all these three arcs, we get 360. So what we'll write, arc RS plus arc QS plus arc QR is equal to 360. When we are writing the measure, please write the measure here, measure, because we are writing measure is 360, no? And the reason will be written as the measure of a circle is 360. So we'll write measure of a circle is 360 degree. Now all these three are same, they are equal. So what we do is, let us consider the measure of these arcs as x. So let arc RS, measure arc RS equal to measure arc QS is equal to measure arc QR. Let us consider as x. So if all the three arcs are equal and we have considered it as x, we will put it in this statement. So we'll take this as 1 and 2. So substituting second statement in statement 1. Okay, so it will be x plus x is equal to 360 degree. We have considered all the three arcs which are equal as x. So x plus x, that gives us as 3x is equal to 360. Therefore x is equal to 360 upon 3. Therefore x is equal to how much? 120. Okay, so now x is 120. What is x? X is the measure of these arcs, RS, QS and QR. So if x is 120, RS is 120, arc QS is 120 and arc QR is also 120. Okay, so now therefore measure arc RS is equal to measure arc QS is equal to measure arc QR is equal to 120 degree. Now what we have to find? We have to find measure arc QRS. Now in the figure, QRS is the addition of QR and RS. Okay, so we'll write measure arc QR plus measure arc RS. Reason is arc addition, okay, property. Now QR is 120, RS is also 120. So measure arc QRS is equal to 120 plus 120 is 420. So this is the second thing what is asked to prove. That is, we have to prove measure arc QRS is equal to 240 degree is proved. Okay, so this is the second thing which is asked to prove. And the first thing is already proved, that the arcs are equal. Clear? Now the third sum, that is the figures given here, where chord AB and chord CD are congruent. So this is a circle where there is chord AB and CD which are congruent. We have to prove that arc AC is congruent to arc BD. Okay, so let's see. Now, here in this circle, chord AB is congruent to chord, it is given CD. Okay, we have studied one property which we have used in the earlier sum also, that the congruent chords of the circle are congruent to the corresponding arcs. Okay, so now if chord AB is congruent to chord CD, their corresponding arcs. So this chord AB, the corresponding arc is arc AB. Okay, and to this chord CD, its corresponding arc is CD. Okay, so first that we will mention. We'll write arc. Now when we are writing arc AB, it can be even this arc AB or this arc AB, and therefore to avoid confusion we'll write a 3-letter word. So arc ACB, so that will show us that we want this particular arc. Okay, so chord AB congruent to chord CD, therefore arc ACB congruent to arc. Now we are talking about, we want this particular arc, so it is arc CBD. And the reason what we will write here is arcs corresponding to congruent chords. Okay, arcs corresponding to congruent chords. Or you can also write the full statement of that theorem, no problem. Or you can write in short form, that is, these are the arcs which are corresponding to the congruent chords. Now, when we talk about arc ACB, this arc ACB is the addition of two arcs, that is arc AC and CB. So, I'll write here arc AC plus arc CB. Okay, and this arc CBD is a combination of arc CB and arc BD. So arc CB and arc BD. Now this you can show separate and then you can put in the statement, or I have done it directly, that is this statement is equal to this statement. So arc ACB I have split as arc AC plus arc CB, and arc CBD I have split as arc CB plus arc BD. Okay, now this you can show separately also, and I have written here directly, and here you can write it as arc addition property. Okay. Now, if you look at the statement on both the sides, you will see that BC is common. Okay, if this BC is common, it can get cancelled from both the sides. And what finally do you get is arc AC is congruent to arc BD, which is asked to prove. Homework: complete practice set 3.3 in your notebook. Thank you.